probably the best exercise if the machine's not available. Okay. And then we also saw Chris do this one, the platform slides, which I already mentioned is good for eliminating gravity. There are other things you can do for your hamstrings, like these deadlift variations. The thing with that is any kind of a deadlift is going to switch the main goal, the main purpose of the hamstring from knee flexion and more to the hip extension. But they are lovely hamstring strengtheners, so they're, I mean, if the hamstring curl isn't available and you have good strength, I would definitely do some deadlifts. Go to the next. Okay, so some precautions and general safety concerns with using the machine. Obviously, you don't want to be swinging the weight around as fast as you can. You want to try to eliminate momentum as fast as you can. You want to adjust the machine so it fits your specific height. Now, here's where moment arms come into play. If you remember the image of the machine, the movement arm of the machine is far down the back of the lower extremities. The further down the lower extremity you put the movement arm, the greater the moment arm of the resistance is going to be. But the problem with that is you can go so far that as the knee comes into 90 degrees of flexion, the movement arm can actually roll off the back of the foot, which is obviously a safety concern. So for this point here, adjusting the machine to your height, you want to find the balance between a meaningful resistance and safety. Oh, and by the way, we mentioned before about the minimum range of motion needed, and we said that you need full knee extension. There is a way you can use this machine if you can't get your knee into full extension. It's called chopping the weight stack. I don't know if anybody's familiar with this, where you pull the pin from the selector, move the movement arm to the range of motion that the client has, and then holding it there, select the weight. And then that'll be the new beginning point of the resistance. And the great thing about that is it's documentable, because you can say, oh, you know, decreased range of motion. Today we did hamstring curls with the weight chopped to 3 holes. And in the plan section, next week we'll progress to 2 holes if, you know, range of motion permits. So you can actually progress that chopping of the weight stack idea. And then the other ones, you know, it's more safety with the machine. Keep your hands away. You don't want to crush your hand in the weight stack. And obviously you want to use the correct weight. And Eric, we can do the next one. Now, as far as diagnoses that would prevent, I didn't want to, you know, obviously if you have a hamstring rupture, you're not going to get on this. So we were looking through all of our sheets from last semester, and we came up with some diagnoses that might, you know, preclude a person from using the machine. First being total hip arthroplasty. I think that was Katie, right?
Yes.
So, you know, having this diagnosis, you may still be able to do the exercise, but climbing on and off the machine may put you into a very dangerous position, because we all know no cross adduction, no internal rotation, minimal hip flexion. Then there's femoroacetabular impingement, Chris, right? Again, they might be able to do the exercise, but laying prone with all that, you know, decreased range of motion and pain in the groin area may not be comfortable to do the exercise. And then Paul, COPD. We theorized that, you know, someone with barrel chest having difficulty breathing may not be comfortable laying on their chest for so long, especially exerting themselves. We're not sure about that. And then the other ones, a rotator cuff injury and adhesive capsulitis, Feng Ming, frozen shoulder, right? Yes. And Sam. These obviously have nothing to do with the hamstring themselves, but we know from this machine that you have to hold on to those bars to stabilize your body onto the machine itself. So even something like this, we might use one of those other variations that we showed earlier. So these are just from our efforts last semester. Oh, that's that.